Hello, my polygonal friends. Today, we are going to be taking a deep dive into the YouTube analog horror series, the Tuscany Documents, that takes inspiration from stuff like the Mandela catalog. Anyways, let's begin.
I can see you. Tears falling down at the bar.
Colin, why did you close the door?
Saddest little baby in the room.
What's that?
Fears tell me
You and Emily, 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 you and
meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend.
But first, I'll be giving some information on the creator of this series. This horror series was created by a YouTuber called One Giant Onion. He has a music channel, which is actually really good. And he was the first person to get canceled in 2022. You know, big deals, big deals. You should go watch his videos. They are actually really funny. Anyways, on to the actual videos. Video 1. So this video has no name, so I'm just gonna call it Video 1. The video starts off with the cameraman picking up a flashlight and going to turn on the TV. But then something weird happens. One of the toy cars moves on its own. What could have done that? The camera guy hears something fall over and begins to look for what could have done it. He seems to miss the person who hides in the shadows. The video ends with the camera guy walking into the shadows. Now, a couple of things to mention. 1. If you look around the house, we can see it has old technology. It has an old TV, an old N64 controller, an old flashlight. So this could either mean that it takes place in the 90s, or this is just really just a really old basement. That ends off video 1. On to the next one. Video 2. Bad Dream. The video starts off by a VHS being inserted into the TV with this video playing after it.
You in there, Murray?
Yeah, what's up?
I need you to grab something from the shelf.
What do you need me to grab?
I need you to grab the...
Then, the audio cuts out. You see Marty then walking outside, making his way to his shed. Then, when Marty gets into the shed, he hears something.
Tyler?
We then see the shed door open, looking back at the house. For text appears on the screen saying, "Bad dream." It then starts to warp and...
Tyler!
You in there, Murray? 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 You in there, Murray?
We can hear Tyler repeat the words, "Are you in there, Marty?" while a face appears in the shadows. Before, we hear Marty repeatedly ask Tyler for help, before the word hell appears on screen. before ending the video off by looking into the darkness, and a faint silhouette can be seen in it. One part I found interesting was the face that appeared in the shadows while Tyler was repeating, "Are you in there, Marty?" The description has one line of text. It reads, "Surrendering to despair." Let's see what the next video has for us. Video 3, The Tuscany Documents, Volume 1. The video also starts off by a VHS being inserted into the TV. Then, we see someone recording the outside of a window before it cuts to the recorder in a car. We see the recorder in the car driving for a while before we hear this conversation between the recorder and the people in the car.
Dude, why did we leave all the equipment?
Do you really believe in all this ghost hunting shit?
I mean, I don't know, but I feel like we shouldn't half-ass the job.
Dude, I don't really think it fucking matters. Like, we just have to pull up and just pretend that we scared all the ghosts away. We're making a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but that's not really ethical.
Dude, shut the fuck up or I'm gonna crash this goddamn car. Honestly, dude, you make me want to fucking kill myself.
Don't you just love to see a positive friendship? I know I do. Anyways, the three caballeros make their way to the house. We then hear them discussing who should go in.
Dude, why don't we just make Logan go in?
I don't know, guys. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to go in there.
Just give me it. I'll go in. Okay. Give me the flashlight.
Just that door right up there. On the left.
This one?
Yeah.
What the heck? Colin, why did you close the door? What is that?
Before one of the main three guys around gets locked in.
What is that?
He then starts to, I think, light a lighter before cutting to him outside. I misspelled outside in the script, but I'm not going to talk about it. We see the new recorder walking to what I think is a lake of some sort. There is lightning in the sky while he is walking. We then hear a very familiar song.
Where the fuck am I?
The new recorder seems to be in the house from video 1. He starts to walk around, questioning where he is. The recorder keeps looking around the house, trying to figure out where...
What the fuck?
It seems the exact same scenario that happened to the cameraman in video 1 is happening to the new recorder now. The new recorder tries to figure out where the music is coming from, going into the same room that ended video 1. Our new recorder looks around to find the source of the music until it cuts. We then see a shot of the stairs and a door begins to slowly open. Cheap jump scares aside, we then start hearing a walking noise, very similar to the one we heard in video 2. Before we cut to a bathroom where the door starts to slowly close as we hear this ear-bleeding noise. Before we see it, we see what seems to be a crime scene with a person dead on the floor, with this text on their face saying, "My heart will stop in joy." Also, I think the person who is dead right now on the floor might be the new recorder. when we did see the new recorder, he was wearing a tank top similar to the person who's dead right now. I know it's a shirt, so it's just a theory, a game theory, as Matthew Pathy would say. Anyways, let's move on to the next video. Video 4, Home Invasion Safety Tips. After the VHS thing, we see someone hiding in their room, while a voice calls out to them from their closet. Before text appears on screen saying, "Something is in there." Then we see another tape being inserted, but this time it's a safety video. The Stalking and Home Intruder Safety Video, brought to you by the Tuscany Department of Safety. It then gives us this introduction. This video will explain what to do during an active home invasion or a current stalking event. Let's see some of these tips on how to be safe. Tip 1. Dial 911 and proceed to hide and arm yourself. Seems simple enough. Tip 2. Remain calm and stay in place. Wait for the police to arrive. I can probably do that. Tip 3. If it sees you, it's too late. Kill yourself. Well, okay. When the police arrive, explain everything. It then thanks us for participating and signs off by saying, "Yours truly, TDS." We then see one of these home invasions in action. The screen zooms in until switching to "Stalker Detected," and then this disgusting video of a bug with text appearing by it saying "brain food." And then, before the video ends, we see the text, "The long decline is over." Also, for a split second before the bug part, we see text appear on screen saying, "Whoever finds this documentation, there is no hope for me. It is not human. It's watching my every move, waiting. Help has not arrived in days. That videotape is bull." Do not trust the Tuscany Department of Safety. They are professional manipulators. Even though I will perish, I want to help. Fight against the TDS, with a signature at the bottom saying, "With honor, Leon F." Also, throughout the video, certain words and letters were in red, and I think it spells out, "It's not human." I may be wrong though. Some people in the comment section were suggesting it said, "Intruder, Tuscany, Safety, know this home,
That's not a word. That's right.
But I do think my theory is correct, mainly because of the part written by Leon saying, "It is not human." And the description says one thing: an informational video brought to you by the Tuscany Department of Safety. Something is starting to tell me that these safety tips aren't that effective. Anyways, let's play the next tape. Video 5, Fake People. This video begins with text saying, "Sleep Safety Tips," brought to you by the Tuscany Department of Safety. Well, let's see how we can sleep safely. But first, we have to learn about what is going on. We then see text saying obscure plaque
We are aware of a disease which
entanglements.
causes the buildup of plaque in the hippocampus.
Now, we are going to learn how OPE spreads and how to protect ourselves from it.
This disease causes extreme confusion, memory loss, and vivid dreams indistinguishable from reality.
We then smash cut to another point of view as Music Man walks into his house before zooming into the darkness, with text appearing on screen saying, how to protect yourself while sleeping. First step, do not approach music or loud noises while sleeping. That seems pretty easy. Second step, do not panic. All forms of dreamweavers can sense fear or discomfort. If you come in contact with a dreamweaver, calmly walk the other way and approach the nearest exit. You misspelled calmly, but okay. Now we get to the dreamweaver safety guide. The first type is mimics. We see one of these mimics in a location very similar to video 3. Then it says mimics are identical to humans. Good to know. Now we have the Soundsnatchers. Soundsnatchers create auditory hallucinations, most commonly in the form of music. However, they have also been known to mimic human voices, screams, and other natural sounds with a varying level of success. And the Soundsnatcher's goal is to use auditory hallucinations to lure you into coming into contact with one of them. That way, they are able to feed the hive. What hive? In fact, if it weren't for Soundsnatchers, you wouldn't be able to hear the music you're currently listening to. We then see Music Man walking through the woods before looking at a tree with text appearing on screen saying, I saw his face. It's tearing his skin apart. Alex, why can't you scream? We can hear the music getting louder until Music Man comes upon a book with text appearing on screen saying, I do not want to see what is written in his book. We can hear our Music Man walking while text appears saying, there's an exit just past him. Before the video ends, we can hear our main guy start to run. The description says, an informational video brought to you by the Tuscany Department of Safety. So some things about this video. First off, the vivid dreams part at the beginning leads me to believe that the video 2 was a vivid dream. Second, the mimics have been seen throughout the videos like in video 2 and 3. And most interestingly, third, the Soundsnatchers. So we now know that the cameraman in video 1 and the recorder in video 3 were being lured in by a Soundsnatcher, and Music Man was being lured into the woods by a Soundsnatcher. Anyways, let the next video commence. Video 6, Unwanted Visitor. This is the latest video that has been released. At the time of recording this, it's been 11 hours. Let's see what this has in store for us. We hear a familiar song as we once again find ourselves in the house from video 1. But something looks different this time. Everything looks ransacked. We can see chairs flipped over, and the chalk and stuff on the table has been pushed aside. What could have done all this? Looks like I found my answer. Our camera person starts running away from this mimic before it finds our camera person. Text then appears on screen saying, "They trapped me in this nightmare." Speaking of nightmare, we then see this nightmare situation play out. Our camera person is in the woods, and when what seems to be a mimic spots him and starts chasing him. No matter how fast he runs, the thing keeps catching up with him. But before it finally catches up with him, then text appears saying, "My younger self has come to visit me. The music follows him, and soon will follow me." What does that mean? I have no idea! If you have any idea what that means, tell me in the comments. I think it might be referring to death, but I'm not too sure. Anyways, now the description is actually pretty interesting. It reads, at 2:14 p.m., August 9th, 1993, Colin Miller was put down at the request of his family. Logan Oakley died in his sleep due to brain damage caused by his worsening condition. And then it gives us 2 timestamps. From 00 to 105, that was Logan's final minute. And from 105 to 213, that was Colin's final minute. And finally, we have a quote from Sophia Miller, one of Colin's relatives. It says, "He forgot everything, even himself. We can only hope he is free from the nightmare his life had become." And that's where the series sits. 6 episodes and an underlining theme. Speaking of a theme, let's get to that. The Tuscany Documents. The Tuscany Documents was a very enjoyable watch. I highly recommend keeping in touch with the Tuscany Documents. Now, what do I think the series is about? I think the main theme of this series is dreams, nightmares, and the unknown. These dreams and nightmares have become so lifelike. It's hard to know what's real and what's not now. Add on to that, there are these creatures running around, killing people, hiding in the shadows, and luring people into the woods to kill them. Overall, this is a really well done horror series. Some parts, like video 2 and 3, actually really creeped me out. I will probably be making another video on it in the future, but until then, thank you all for participating in today's video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to do all that YouTube stuff. You don't have to, but it sure would be nice. I've been Sam, and I hope you all have a good night. Peace. Also, links in the description to all the channels that were featured in this video. Peace.